Perform the operations by hand, then use a calculator to check your work. So since we're going to be doing a number of different operations within each one of these problems, I'm going to put my order of operations reminders over here. We're going to do what's inside parentheses or other groupers first. Then we're going to do exponents. Then we'll multiply or divide from left to right. Then we'll add or subtract from left to right. So let's see what we have in this first problem. We have some exponents, we have some subtraction going on. So let's take care of the exponents first. We have 4 raised to the second power, which is 16. And then we're going to subtract 7 raised to the second power, which is 49. And now we want to do 16 minus 49. Well, I can see this is a positive 16 combined with a negative 49. So this is like 16 plus a negative 49. Because the signs are different, we want to take the difference, which would give me 33 if I subtract those two. And I'm going to keep the sign of the larger one, which was the 49. So my final answer would be negative 33. Now this next problem, we bring in an extra negative sign, and we also bring in some parentheses. So let's see what this second problem means. So again, we can't do anything inside the parentheses. I do have parentheses, but I can't do negative 7. Negative 7 is just, those parentheses are there just holding the negative onto the 7. So there's nothing to do inside parentheses, so I'm going to move down to the exponent step. And again, we have 4 squared, 4 to the second power, which gives me 16. We're going to bring down that minus sign, that subtraction sign. Okay. And then we have negative 7 raised to the second power. Now notice that that negative 7 is in parentheses. So that means negative 7 times negative 7, which would equal positive 49. Okay? So remember, this negative here is this negative here. So that's my subtraction. That's saying I'm going to be taking the result of 4 squared, which was 16, and I'm going to be subtracting the result of negative 7 squared, which was 49. So notice that even though we kind of got here by some different thinking, at this point I have the same expression as I had up above, 16 minus 49. So we know the answer to that is negative 33. So let's pull up our calculator to check our work. So our first problem, we had 4 squared. Now because I have 4 raised to the second power, your calculator has something used just for squaring things. Now, we can use this button as well. This is for other exponents, but if you have something that's just being squared, go ahead and just use the squared button here. So 4 squared minus 7 squared, and that's going to equal negative 33, just like we thought. Now with the second problem, we have to be careful of using our parentheses where they're indicated. So we're going to clear this out. So again, we have 4 squared, and we're going to subtract from that, so use the subtraction. And then in parentheses, we have negative 7. We're going to close the parentheses, and we're going to square that value. When we press enter, we end up with negative 33, just like we expected.